Hey y'all, it's Shauna Harrison here. I am going to, with the help of my good friend Maddie, show you a little bit of TRX for balance, and we're actually going to do a headstand. So it's a different kind of a balance that we're going to be working with here today. And we're going to start with the straps are at mid-calf, mid-shin. We already set them up. And if you're going barefoot like Maddie is, you want to make sure that those foot cradles are configured so that your feet don't fall all the way through. If you're wearing shoes, same thing, but you don't have to worry about them being quite as small. And you can do this either way. So what I'm going to have Maddie do is she's going to put her feet into the cradles, and we're going to have her come into a forearm plank. So a forearm plank is going to be the base of what we're going to do for this headstand. And you want to make sure that we have those forearms and everything nice and strong before we come into that headstand. So she's going to come into a forearm plank. And what I want to make sure that she does is pull her elbows in so they're right underneath her shoulders. And she can have her hands flat down onto the ground. She can also do fists if she wants, but either way, it's fine. All right, it's what we want to do is make contact with the mat so that we have enough pressure all the way into the ground. She's activating all the way through in a very awesome plank right here. She has her feet flexed, which is great. Pressing back into those cradles, pushing down into the floor. She can get a little rounding through that upper back. Perfect. Beautiful. We're just going to hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop your knees. Perfect. All right, so that is going to be the basis of our headstand. So we're going to have her do it one more time. And this I'm going to have her interlace her hands because this is how we're going to actually hold this headstand, right? So go ahead and do it one more time. Interlace your fingers. And now we want to start pressing from the base of that pinky all the way down through the elbows. Good. Perfect. Now we might start adding a few pikes here. Yeah, nice. Amazing. And come right back down to that plank. So this is how we're going to eventually get into that headstand. These are not easy, as we know. Beautiful. Let's do one more. So all of these are moves that you can do as you start to build into this. Go ahead and drop your knees. Beautiful. So headstand is always a little scary for people. Number one, as adults, we don't put our head on the ground very often. So if you've never put your head on the ground as an adult, that could be something that we want to consider. And also, a lot of people just get really terrified once we get there. So if that's the case, come back to one of those other 2 moves that we did, and you can progress when you are ready. All right, so I'm going to have Maddie scoot back just a tiny bit. So we're coming more towards a little box. Maybe move your hands back to here. She's going to come down onto those forearms. Her elbows are going to go right about there. Interlace those fingers, press down through those arms, and she's going to open her hands just enough to put the top of the head on the floor and the back of the head on the in her hands. So you don't want your forehead on the floor. You want the top of the head. Great. So now she's going to start to press, and we're just going to come into that pike position. Perfect. We're going to hold here and just breathe. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down, draw your knees down, and sit up for a second. So if you feel a little bit dizzy, just give yourself a second to breathe. And now, so that actually was a headstand. She was in a headstand. We're going to take it one level more from here. She's going to put the cradles around 1 foot. So both cradles, 1 foot, doesn't matter which one you start with. And we're going to do that exact same thing, but now she's going to take one leg up. So she's going to come back down onto her forearms, get her nice strong base, elbows underneath the shoulders, top of the head on the floor, back of the head into the hands. She's going to press through that. She has her right foot in the cradle, so she's going to press through that foot. Now she has this left foot is nice and loose. She can bend the knee into her chest first. Yep. Get nice and strong. Press down through the elbows and then start to take this leg straight up towards the ceiling. Amazing. So you can see the straps are helping her here so that she can actually maintain her balance, right? Without actually having to completely balance herself. Good. Hold another 3. Keep breathing for 2. 1, pull your knee back into your chest. And then set that foot on the floor, set your knees down onto the ground. Amazing. And then she would just do the other side as well. And that will be your TRX headstand. The assistance of the straps is super great, especially as you start to work towards headstand off the straps, because you're going to get that assistance. If you do headstand all the time, it's actually still really great because it helps you get that control of the core. So give that a try for a little TRX for balance, and we will see you later.